Uh, I want to say this right here. I want to give y'all a little bit of insight about this dark night of the soul for myself. This is a fact. Well, everything I say is a fact. Yeah. Anyway, alright, I already knew, the creator had already told me that this dark night of the soul gonna be the longest one I ever had. Also the roughest. Uh, when before me and my ex broke up, you remember me telling y'all that I wanted to I got on like 5 different heavy drugs. I was on my last drug by the time me and my wife separated. I was actually getting off of the last drug, but she left me during my recovery season, which caused me to relapse. Well, really, I didn't relapse. I went in suicide mode because I lost 5 businesses, and of course, my wife left me. I lost my child. I didn't have no support. It was the greatest thing that could ever happen to my family. That I lost everything, so they was full of joy about me coming back to this hellhole. So that's that. Um, yeah. So I relapsed. I guess you could say that. And then it was just too great of a loss considering the life that I already had to deal with coming up and how hard it was for me to get to that right there. For somebody that's supposed to love me to knock it all down because I was married to a player hater. You know, I wonder how she feel now because if you a hater, you hating because your friends and people around you like me, but I bet you realize they don't like you neither. Again, because they didn't like you when we first got together. I knew that. But anyway, so when all the towers fell immediately, like I told y'all, when Tupac said, told God ever since you supplied your phone number, I can't help but call, that was a parable. I used to think it was in the simplest form too, but it ain't. It really is a way to get in touch with God. But you gotta really do your research. So immediately I went to praying and did what I had to do to reach out to him. And he gave me the download. He told me, he was like, this wasn't your life. You know, me being 3D at the time, I'm thinking, well, I'm finna make money, ain't that what everybody want? But then I had to realize I'm talking to God. But he said this wasn't your life. and you can't get rich with this woman, and I'm finna show you why. Because before that point, I thought I thought I was still the bad guy. I thought I still was the one in the wrong. But, no, there was a lot of stuff going on behind my back I just didn't have a clue about because I worried so much. So, that's that. But anyway, he told me a lot of people gonna be going through it during these times because, like I told y'all, the season of change. What used to get by 15 years ago is no more. I guess if you didn't believe me, I bet you do now, because everybody going through something in America anyway. So he said, well, before I tell you that, when I was dealing with all the drugs, not only was I dealing with myself, I was also healing others that was addicted to the drug. And that was one thing one of my tricks, I would, whatever drug house supplied that certain drug, I would mainly scope out the scenery and look and see if I could find somebody who didn't want to be on it, seeing that I was just doing it for a YouTube thing. Well, that's why I hate when people try to call me out my name for what they think that I do now, because if they knew what I just got to experiment with, they'll know the game is a lot bigger than what they think. Plus, my people don't understand. They think it's still just that boy and that powder. There's so many new drugs now, y'all. You niggas just can't afford it, even you rich ones. But anyway, which is good. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You can't even handle sex. But anyway, so the creator told me I've been preparing for this for lifetimes. And it was like the course of the spiritual world was searching the earth for individuals, even out of the chosen one, who can I guess fit this challenge they were doing. And I just so happened to be one of them. So truthfully, that's why the towers fell. My wife running it, even with the group she had or whatever, she wouldn't have been able to cause so much damage. I knew God or the devil did it. I just didn't know if it was from something I accidentally did, from doing so much deep studying. Because I had got so deep in the study, teachers couldn't even help me no more. So, anyway, and he told me, I had came to a point in my life when I was dealing with these drugs that I realized, and this was without the drug, but it made me want to stop my mission for YouTube or doing this little challenge, because I was thinking maybe I did it to myself or whatever, but I realized like 5 years ago I was losing motivation. Now, that's normal when you withdrawing off a certain drug, but it ain't normal if you in your higher self and your sound mind and you start losing motivation. And I didn't understand that, and I asked people, but they didn't need it. They would say it was the drug. So it was unusual, scary as well, because that was a lot of my drive to get anything done in life, seeing that I ain't have a loved one or somebody to talk to. It was always my own motivation I would jump off of. But I noticed it started fading away. So when the Creator came and talked to me, another time, he had Bob Marley with him this time. Bob Marley and Jesus, I think. But they was quiet the whole time until the very end. And Bob Marley hollered out when God got through talking, smoke weed. So, but I tell you why he said it though. He was like, the Creator was telling me that he wanted me to get back in music, dancing and drawing, even stuff I didn't do, which was dancing and drawing. I ain't even never did it. Never had I already knew I wasn't good at now one of them, so I just never did it. And but he was telling me all this stuff he wanted me to do. Basically, like, and for the longest I thought that's what he meant, but now I know what it's a lot deeper than that. But I thought he wanted me to just live my inner child, which that was part of it too. But actually, it was a lot deeper because the dancing winded up not being dancing, which a lot of people call it money dance, but it's actual spiritual dance. I can actually hear when I do that dance, that particular dance, you can meditate doing it. And I can actually hear like other people across the world doing it back to me. That's how spiritually tapped in the dance is. So now I see why African was always up and trying doing stuff like that. I see the importance in it, put it that way. But anyway, I talked to the Creator and Samoa, he told me all the individuals I was gonna meet. He told me the females I was gonna run across. That's why I had to do tarot. See, the thing is, I be trying to get these females to understand I'm not interested in dating, period. I mean, not saying I won't, but just saying you can't do the typical and get me. You can't have a lot of money. You can't be a 10. You can't be this, can't be that. No, just no interest in it no more. But he wanted me to go up to these particular individuals because they high-ranking individuals. And they're being monitored by the spiritual world because even though they high ranking and got the heart of God and know wrong from right, they underneath it all be doing some slick shit with their gifts, unknowingly, some knowing. So that's part of the investigation of searching them, because since I was so high ranking in the spiritual world, my soulmate and twin flames are too. So, but I'm the only one, well, masculine, I guess. I ain't gonna say I'm the only one, but I guess I don't know what the reason for choosing this, but I do know for a fact, because of my ranking, it's not, I don't know why I want to say fathomable, but it's not appropriate, period, to even let somebody of my ranking do really anything. We basically gotta live like guys on this earth. That's why I don't have no friends, because I can deal with this lane. Everybody can't. It drives a lot of people crazy. That's what happened to all my exes. It drives them crazy. But not saying I forced it on them. They just see me do shit, and they just get mad because I won't do what they doing or everybody else doing sometime. But I just don't see no reason to, you know what I'm saying? And plus, I don't want the karma that's coming behind it. So he was like, he need me to venture out. And the last, I thought it was gonna be the last one, but I think it wound up being two of them. But the last two that I had to come across for the creator, for my job, my spiritual job, was when I went to Tarot. Now, whether or not I got the right to, I don't know. I know I ain't heard no more from the creator, and it's looking like I got the right to. So my job is finished in that department. See, these females, the game was I come up to these females on bended knee. That was his whole purpose of taking my financial stability. I come up to these individuals on bended knee, and they were supposed to immediately help me. If one would have helped me, I still would have had to go around probably to the other ones, because it's something else they doing that I don't know, that's not good, that the spiritual world done noticed, and they ready to take it to the courts. So, and when he took the money from me, he made sure that I understood that when it comes to people of our ranking, we ain't even supposed to think about money, period. Not at all, whether we got it or not. Now me, I get to cussing God out sometimes. We get to having that father and son lashing out. And I tell his ass, well, you can't do nothing so much broke shit. I'm tired of rebuilding phones and shit. Damn. No, I talk like that, whatever. But like I said, all they had to do to pass the test was help me. They didn't have to marry me. They didn't have to go all that extra shit that everybody putting out. Twin flame, all that. He didn't say none of that. He told me all of them would pretty much be taken. But when you're a twin and y'all cut from the same cloth, ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You really ain't got no right to dish your 3D family when you'll treat your spiritual family the same way that your 3D family did you. See, you're a hypocrite. You trying to play, you want your cake and eat it too. You want your big dick lassie man to stay over there, but you want your entrepreneur man to be with you too. You just want to stay with Lassie. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get it like that. Sorry, that don't work. Plus, if you that high ranking and you ain't figured out sex yet, you fucked up. Well, outside of my so-called twin, cause she'll know in about 4-5 more years. She'll see what it is then. Cause God gonna tell her. But so technically, I don't honestly know which one the twin or which one the soulmate. I just know I called both of them in Tarot. One of them my soulmate and one of them a twin, and I can prove it to y'all. Both of them actually sound the same. One just conservative, while hers more humble. But they talk the same exact way. In turn, meaning they both tapped all the way to fuck in. Now, see, if they did meet me, see, they could show me something, but what I'm gonna be able to show them and teach them, only the creator was the one to show me. Ain't no human in the world could show me. But then I understand social media, catfishing, all this shit got a lot of people fucked up. But by now we all should know each other and know better. We should have been best friends by now, making real money. But that's it, right? That's why I said a young lady on Tarot. I forget her name. I don't go, like I said, the one that truly helped me, I don't go to that much. I forget her name. I put on Facebook and said, this my sister. This my sister right here, y'all. She had already gave me a heads up on a lot of shit from the jump. So, cause she another futuristic individual. But I ain't keen on knowing my future. I'm good with the inevitable not knowing and shit. So I'm good. But anyway, and he told me, he was like, he really didn't say nothing about getting money, but that's why I figured I would die once all this shit was over. He never really said shit about, like, what I would need for this 3D world. He never really said shit. He just told me I had a job to do. He gave me the job and told me what to do, and I did it. And now I'm on my last job I'm finishing out my last spiritual job for this lifetime, which is quite amazing, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a lot of them. Well, it ain't a lot of them, but everything you gonna have to fix about yourself is that you say you can't, basically. And the reason why you say you can't, because you know how strenuous, long, and stressful it'll be. But you want to go to heaven, you better do your job. But anyway, so he told me, he told me though, they probably wouldn't help. That's all he said. He didn't say nothing else. He said they probably won't help you though. If anyone would, it'd be I ain't gonna say, but because I want to see how it play out. That's the only reason why I give her the time of day, because I already know she been shitted on. I just want her to think she played somebody. She played herself though. Chess, not checkers. I know everywhere you gonna move before you move. But I'm the one that sit in the back and watch all other players move. You can't touch us to last. But anyway, so I got all that. I mean, he told me, he said, you weren't supposed to be with her, and if you did get rich, you can't get rich with this one. You would have been able to, but since she was doing all that sneaky shit the whole time, then come home treat me like shit, basically. I mean, yeah, she might cook it clean, but hell, we could both do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no replacement. I mean, that ain't... When a woman get with me and she cook it clean, that really ain't helping me, because I'm gonna help her do that anyway. That's that's mandatory, you know. So that wasn't no plus for me. So I think that's what she thought, but she disappointed herself, I guess. I like my food better anyway. Cause everybody else that cook for me make me sleepy. I don't like that shit. But so I'm still upset with God coming, like I lost my son. I wasn't supposed to have a child. She wasn't even supposed to be able to have kids. But I prayed real hard to keep the kid, keep my son. And that's that, you know. So I gotta deal with the consequences instead of letting God take him to heaven like he was trying to do. I'm fighting God to keep him, and look what happened. He knew all this was gonna happen. He was trying to prevent it. So, and I remember I told y'all if I do pray to God for something, he gonna give it to me. Cause I'm finna make some mountains and clouds, and I'm finna make the heavens open up when I pray. And he gonna be like what he want, and immediately he gonna be healed. But anyway, he gave me this music. He gave me these talents, and I could tell when the mission was over because the motivation stopped again. But I just went over there to another tarot reader that I don't go to a lot, and she just refreshed in my memory. Well, she ain't refreshed it. She just actually gave me the rundown on the blueprint of my next life that I'm finna walk into. See, here's the thing, y'all. Regardless of what y'all say about me, I hear a lot of y'all out there talking about he's struggling because of this, he's that, this, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But if you come here to Livonia, even the white people gonna tell you that's one black man shouldn't be struggling. That's the truth, Jack. Because the ones who pay y'all check probably on drugs, y'all. But I know my people. You'll get in the car with somebody, and that's your boss, he give you a check. He probably got some pot in his hand and shit, and you'll look at him and say, oh, I ain't know you. He be like, yeah, shit, really ain't know you, but whatever he say. And she be like, oh, it don't matter. You got your money, you doing good. See, you ain't the one I'm talking about. I be talking about these low life ass, blah, 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 blah. But see, that man probably was born rich. You ain't think about that? It ain't never no excuses to do no shit like that. That's stereotyping. Cause I know rich folks who like to dress poor and drive poor. So, my people just need to stop judging, period. All together. Too many excuses to not move around, to not do nothing. Because God worked through the people. If I don't get no help, it ain't got a damn thing to do with God, it got to do with the people. Because when I went into them homes and I peeked out people that I wanted to save, I saved them. And not only did I have to save them financially, but first I had to get them off the drug. And that's a job, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot more than your little beautiful speech that you give rather on TV or to their face. Because when somebody that broken, they need a lot more than your advice, trust me. Because normally when they out there like that, they family done disowned them. That's what somebody else supposed to take them in, not call them a karmic. See, Jesus came to heal the sick. They sick, they need healing too. That's just the bottom line. And you will be guilty for it when you cross over. That karmic shit ain't gonna fly. Now, back to what I was saying. I don't want to get in my emotion about that shit. I hate that shit. I hate when people call anybody out of their name. Unless they into it like I be doing, folk. But just to call somebody out of their name and look at how I've been living fucked up my whole life from helping people. It ain't got a damn thing to do with no drugs, not one. If that's the case, you know what? Why is it that my worstest patients that I had to help wasn't on no drugs, no alcohol, but they was by far the worst? Especially when it come to food and sex. They act like they ready to blow your brains out if you tell them to do certain shit. Anything can be a drug, ladies and gentlemen. Anything. But so I told God the other day, I said, man, can I finally quit this social media shit? Cause I ain't got the motivation. And I mean, I still got the gifts, I guess. I don't know how to even do them now. But cause the spiritual world, when they use me as a vessel, they want me to fuck out. And bro, my body is still tired. Still tired, cause I supposed to have help getting this shit done. I didn't have no help. Whoever that was supposed to be never came through. They guilty for that too. And I can prove it. I'm on a spiritual journey, not no American journey. American journey is getting that bag. I don't know why people keep putting that bag on God. I ain't never known God to ask for money. He hate when I talk about money. How much can y'all give God? He ain't gonna accept it. He ain't gonna accept y'all gold, y'all diamonds, y'all cash, y'all none of that. The only reason why he come through when people be killing folks and putting blood all over themselves, because they probably did some melanated individual like that. And he coming to collect, because he came to collect my ass. And when he see what happened, you know, you're like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he be thinking, but I'm just saying. But anyway, he told me what I would have to do to get out of this situation, and it ain't $1 out there that can get me out. He told me I would have to be, since I'm so closer than even the selected ones. He told me the only way I'm gonna get out of purgatory, I call it purgatory. The only way I'm gonna get out of purgatory is by becoming complete, and it ain't got nothing to do with them cuss words. I'm sure that'll go away. I don't know, because most of the time I know how to control when and when not to cuss, so I ain't really worried about that anyway. But he told me I would pretty much have to become like God, because I'm down, ladies and gentlemen, I'm down to one sin that I notice, that I know towards my flesh. One. And really, I'm already done with that. I just refuse to, I'm basically having it out with God. That's one of them ways I can get him to show up. But, cause they were supposed to, punish me, last night, but when that evidence was, when whoever was, which I think was God, whoever was backing me on the other side, told him the situation. I don't know what he really told him, but I know he did tell him that I was still alone, so they let it go. But I was supposed to be suspended, you know, voided, all kind of more shit. But thankfully I didn't get hit again with another tower. Lord knows I can't afford it. But that's it. And I even tested theory. I even fixed, like I said, that's not really a problem. I'm playing with energy right here. Like literally I can fix that problem, go 24 hours and have a better day in 24 hours than I done had in the last 10 years of my life. But I'm so stubborn and hard-headed and pissed off because of how all this shit went down. And going through this shit with these other twins and soulmates and all this other shit, that shit just made it worse. You know what I'm saying? Made me look at myself like, what the fuck wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? But the world is so corrupt and perverse, I know better to say that. So, that's that. But I seen the lady on tarot when I told y'all that's the devil vessel. And a while back, and she pretty much gave me the update on what I need to do and where to go after this smoke clear right here. So, and the smoke about to clear, it's about over. Honestly, if I go ahead and do that right now, 2 weeks from today, either I be the hottest thing on social media, or I definitely been done left this country or something and done moved somewhere else. That fast. Because think about it. If one day is better than the last 10 years, imagine what 2 weeks will be like. I'm talking about finance in every department, spiritually, physically, financially, everything. It's like the power of God. Just like that. And I'm able to witness it to the point where I can never deny God again when I get out of this situation. So, it was something else I was gonna tell you. I guess I'd probably have to make another one, but yeah, I just don't want y'all to get this situation misconstrued, because it's nothing like what y'all saying, because if it were that way, I can really just go basic and go to a job doing what I used to do, radiology, and still do better than most of y'all. I'm not trying to get no bag. I'm trying to do what the Creator told me to do. I am the bag. So, I ain't chasing my tail here. So he intentionally made me go and ask help from all of those in my family that I would never normally, and those who I normally would help. And the new ones was my soulmates and my twin. See, my twin on thin ice, cause she know how strong she is. But I don't know what she got going on in the dark or whatever. But I know God is really watching that ass though. She gotta tread softly. Whatever she doing, I don't really care. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I know she okay. I mean, I know she worried and hiding a lot of shit, putting on the front, but I don't know what it's about though. But anyway, but yeah, that's it. That is it, y'all. I mean, it was something else I was gonna tell y'all, because it was something that came across. But I hope y'all hear this message, but you know what I'm saying? If not, oh well. I mean, I hope nobody even stealing my shit, because they ain't gonna be able to teach y'all shit, man. They just gonna take what I got and turn it into a mess. Cause they ain't got no, I still have yet to hear anybody going to the White House to do anything. So that lets me know right there that a lot of people on the wrong path, because that's one of the major, that's one of the major main things that the Creator want done. And I only heard two tarot card readers talk about it, and that was like a year and a half ago or a year ago. I ain't heard nobody say nothing else about it. Everybody too busy worried about their bag and their life and the government killing their ass. So, but and sex. But it's a bigger world out there, people. It's way bigger than that shit. As sad as I hate to say it, I know it's. I mean, that's your matrix system, though. I wouldn't want my life to be based around that shit. I'd be running from it if I was y'all. Shit. See, growing up, I'm designed different. Anything that made me lust for it or love it way too much, I purposely kept myself away from it. No matter how bad the withdrawals was, because I ain't not supposed to feel that good. When it's like that, I know we tapping into our higher self and to God's energy and using it for the wrong reason. And if you want to know what can send you to hell, it'll be that. I heard somebody last night say this is hell. I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all, to like the Muslim and the people that's high ranking or like myself that know a lot, we can say this is hell. But for those of you who don't really know shit besides Christianity, and you running around here wild as hell, still trying to get people to live like Jesus, even though you just got through prostituting two hours ago, your ass better go read some more books. Because if you think this hell, you got another thing coming. See, the reason why I say it like that, because people like us know not to do that shit. Now you get it. See, this is hell for us, not for y'all. You comments can't come over here now. I done told y'all, stupid ass. You stay over there on that checkerboard. Y'all over there with the red and black checker, trying to be over here with King Queen. Yeah, that applies for us, not y'all. Oh, there's a hell for y'all. Now. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go. Peace and love.